Maximizer number 4. Bigger isn't always better. Repeat after me. Bigger isn't always better. It's like a bodybuilder. Okay? Bigger isn't always better. Always better. You talk to entrepreneurs, again, they always, I want to grow. Top line revenue. It's all about revenue. Bigger company, bigger office, more stuff, more computers. When I say the entrepreneur, what we want to have, as few assets as possible, producing the maximum revenue. So don't be fooled by people, oh, I'm doing 2 million, I'm doing 3 million, I'm 10 million, I'm doing 20 million. It doesn't mean shit. It does not impress me. What's your bottom line? Even how much cash you're putting in your pocket based on how much assets you have. That's what impressed me. Not how revenue going up every year. It doesn't mean anything. It just means if it's downturn in the marketplace, right? Remember the first shot? Right? When it's a downturn in the market, you die faster. That's all it means. That is all. So the goal is not to get big. The goal is to create sustainable success. Let me ask you a question. Is there a difference? Yes. Is there a difference? Yes. Think. Your focus is not to get big. The goal is to create sustainable success. It is to ride this. So when there is a correction, when the economy turns, you are okay. And the only way to make sure you're okay is in good times, you want to be what? In good times, you want to be what? Hello? Huh? In good times, you want to be? Doing more marketing, yes. Savings. Have more cash. Because the only way a business goes out of business is what? They run off? You have cash, you're okay. You are okay. Right? Entrepreneurs, wrong tool for the wrong job. Wrong tool for the wrong job. Exactly what levers we need to pull within a business to maximize our profit, not always revenue. Now, I might say in the beginning, as a business, let's say the curve, and you're a startup, in this period of time, yes, you should spend a majority of your time in the beginning marketing and sales, getting clients, yes? As you mature, you need to take a more balanced approach. Now you look at your expenses. What is going on? What is happening here? Am I being effective? Am I being efficient? How much richer, here's the thing. I notice most entrepreneurs, as they grow, the problem is not getting customers. The problem very often is keeping the customers. So here's a question. Again, good, smart people have good answers. Geniuses have good questions. How much richer would you be if you still had every customer who ever tried you? How much richer would you be if you still had every customer who ever tried you? Who ever tried you? How much richer would you be if you still had every customer who ever tried you? Does that, when you ask these questions, does that make you focus, think a little bit differently? Yes? What do you focus on? I would rather have a $2 million a year business making 15% than a $5 million a year business making 5%. I would rather own a $2 million a year business making 15% than a $5 million a year business making 5%. Because the goal is not to get big, the goal is to create sustainable success. You look at a lot of these Inc. 5000 companies, you look at within Canada, Profit 500. In order to enter those contests, they look at your revenue for the last few years. It's going up every year. What you don't know, if you actually look closely at those companies, they're growing, the Inc. 500. In a year, they're gone. They're bankrupt, out of business, because they only focus on the revenue. They don't have a balanced approach to growth. So revenue is for show and profit is for dough. Repeat after me. Revenue is for show and profit is for dough. Okay? That's my way of saying it. I want to be Bruce Lee. Lean and mean and fast and flexible. I don't want to be that guy. Bulky and like that, can't move. I want to be Bruce Lee. Lean and mean. sustainable success.
10 times your finances, 10 times your business, 10 times your marketing, 10 times your life. Hit the subscribe button now.